Hey, it's Ingrid, and I'm back with December Daily number 3. Here I'm just going to show you some of the pieces that I pulled to the side, some stamps, rhinestones, Tim Holtz sentiments, some cute snowflakes that I got at Dollar Tree, the pink paisley pad that I mentioned yesterday, Snow Village, some scraps that I found that I had, and a large doily. The cutouts that you see in the background there I end up not using on this layout. So as I'm flipping through, I was looking for a piece of pattern paper that would be my background and would not be so busy, since yesterday mine, I felt like it was too busy. And so this was the one that I came up with. And I'm just going to cut it out using my template that I had made. And yeah, let's get this video to 100 likes and I'll do a fun giveaway since this is my first video series. Okay, so now I am actually going to, I'm punching out the holes here, but I'm actually going to take some of the Delusions white linen and I'm going to spray the background with it to, oops, did you see that? It just fell out of my hands. And I'm just going to spray the background to kind of mute it out a little bit more. And it didn't, once I heat dried it, it actually did not come out as bright as I wanted it to. So I'm just taking some craft paint in a linen color and mixing it with some water and giving it splatters. And that gave me a much better image that I wanted to work with. And you guys will see it when I do a close-up towards the end. I'm just taking some tinsel and just sprinkling it around, and that's the Heidi Swapp Color Shine that you see there, and it just kind of gives it like a little more weathered look. Here I'm taking some doilies, or they're not doilies, they're cupcake liners, and I don't know how many I'm going to use, so I think I use like 5 here, but I end up only using maybe 3 for the whole thing, but I wasn't sure at this point. And so because they're being ornery and they don't want to sit, I'm trying to push them down with something, but it still wasn't heavy enough. What I'm going to do next is I know that I want the background to be kind of light and airy and kind of vintagey looking. And so I put that doily down. And here I'm just going to spray the cupcake liners with some Heidi Swapp Color Shining Gold, and I'm just going to mess around with it and layer them on top of the doily to see, you know, what kind of look that I want it to go with. Here's one of those fun snowflakes that I found at the Dollar Tree, and it came with like a silver little tassel, but I pulled it off and I did some twine instead, which I thought kind of gave it a little bit more rustic, since kind of that's the look I was going for. I didn't really want this one to be overly shiny. And so I just fidget with that for a minute and put it to the side. I decided here that I'm just going to do 3, and with my tiny attacher I just attach those together, and I'm kind of playing around with the placement of where I want that doily to be. For one of my background for the layering, I used this it looks like a wood floor paper, and I thought I kind of just added to the rustic look. And here I'm going with the Delusions linen again, and for that map page, that I'm scrapbooking, or I'm documenting one of my nativities, and so I thought that would be cute to show around the world. But I wanted it, again, I don't want it to be very bright, and so I think that muted the color down. And here I'm trying to use one of those cutouts to do my journaling, but I just can't get it to work. I don't like the way that it looks. So now I'm just going to quickly add my, or use my tiny attacher to staple down the background. And here's my picture, and it's of my largest nativity scene that I have in my living room, and so that's what I did there. I put it down. These I believe are Recollections, and I got them at a Michael's, and I haven't seen them at my local Michael's, but I put it on wax paper first, and I was going to use it, it's a sticker, and I was going to use it like that, but then I decided to mount it on white cardstock. It gave it more of a heavy feel, plus I'm going to be layering it, so I didn't need it to be sticky. So here I took some more of that white, or it's like a linen paint, and added some water with it, and added just some splatters on the tag. I took some twine that is white with like kind of hints of gold, and I just tied that together. Now I'm going to take this really pretty pine cone stamp that I have, and I'm going to heat emboss it with gold. And again, the way that my desk is set up, my hot tool is over to the left, and so I'm actually not going to show you that process, but I come back and I didn't hold it long enough, but it's super shiny. It's really pretty. So I'm just going to fussy cut around it, the pine cone, and I'm going to use that to layer with the other little snowflake tag that I just had, and as well as another stamp that you guys will see in just a little bit. And so I'm just going to layer it right on top there. I'm going to use some of my Scotch Quick Dry Glue and just put it on the back of the pine cone and just add it onto that tag there. So, and that just kind of gives it a little bit more dimension. And here I'm cutting out a gold rhinestone, and I'm just going to add one little rhinestone to the tag. That I thought it would give it a little bit of bling, but not too much. And here I'm using another stamp that says Believe, and I'm going to dry emboss it as well. And it says at the bottom, always believe, and that part did not come out that well, but the Believe did. And that's the Sentiment series from Pink Paisley. That's a really cute stamp set. And so I was going back and forth here whether I wanted to put that stamped image somewhere else, but I end up actually just layering it next to the pine cone and on the tag as well. And now I have which you can't even see there that I'm holding, but it's the snowflake. And so I decided to take some gray basil cardstock and just mount it on there with my tiny attacher. And I think that makes the snowflake stand out, but that paper kind of blends into the background of my picture, and so I feel like it still allows the layout to be kind of serene and give it that just more natural look. And here I'm just gluing everything down, and I'm almost done with this page. This one was definitely my favorite so far. And there I just used a sentiment. It says child, and then I put another one on top or below it. It says cherish, and I thought those were really cute to go with the manger scene. And then I'm just adding my journaling. I decided to, instead of adding a journaling card, just journal right on it. And I wrote, throughout the Christmas season, it is so easy to forget and stop to look and bask in the glory of God, to look up at the skies and remember that it was a star that led the wise men to the baby that would save us all. And that was just, something that's really important to me and that I wanted to document this year. And I think this is my favorite layout. I hope that you guys like it. The only thing sure that I'm adding here is the Tim Holtz paperclip with the number 2 on it. I believe I only have 1 through 10, so we'll see what I do with the rest of the numbers. But that's it. That's the end of it. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Here's some stills so that you can see the dry emboss a little bit better and the little bit of bling. And I hope that you guys liked it and that you're enjoying the series so far. If you are, please don't forget to subscribe and likes. That way I know that I'm not just sitting here talking to myself. Anyways, I am so happy to be doing this series, and thank you for joining me, and I'll see you soon.